million in general obligation bonds. These bonds are going to be issued to finance the construction of a new fire station headquarters for the district. As you well know, state law requires that before any special purpose district can issue general obligation bonds, they have to come before you for approval. In this particular case, although we do have to come and seek your approval for the issuance of these bonds, Cherokee Springs knows that they have to have a bond referendum to seek the approval of the voters for these GO bonds. That's because the par amount of these bonds, or the anticipated par amount, exceeds the constitutional debt limit of the district. So we are already anticipating having a bond referendum. I've been in communication with your Board of Elections, and they are working with us right now on a date for that referendum. We're kind of circling the date of August the 4th right now. They've asked that we try to hold that referendum before schools go back in session. There are some voting places within the district that are schools, and it just creates problems for them if they have to interrupt classes and interrupt the functions of the schools in order to have them serve as a voting location. So we're looking at August 4th right now as the date for that bond referendum. That is kind of driving our schedule. So we have two items on your agenda this evening. The first item is first reading of an ordinance authorizing the issuance of bonds, obviously subject to the eventual result of the bond referendum. The second item is a resolution that calls for a public hearing. Under state law, one of your obligations is to have a public hearing to receive public comment on the issuance of these bonds. We are proposing that the date for that public hearing be your next council meeting, which, if you give first reading to the ordinance tonight, would be your second reading, which I believe is April the 20th. The Fire Advisory Board has met to consider our proposal. I believe they met on March the 11th, and understand that they recommended that you approve first reading and the setting the date of the public hearing.